Hello, boys and girls. Today we're going to do paragraph 3 of the Gettysburg Address. As you know, paragraph 1 spoke to the nation's past, paragraph 2 spoke to the nation's present, and paragraph 3 is going to direct us toward a future after the Civil War, where perhaps there'll be a new birth of freedom. So, paragraph 3 begins, but in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not perish from the earth. The significance of what happened at Gettysburg is more than just the winning of this pivotal battle in the nation's Civil War. And we know that because Lincoln begins the third paragraph with these words, but in a larger sense. So, this future that he's pointing us toward is going to make this battle that much more meaningful. The ground the battle was fought on, of course, is important. It's the dedication to the dead who fought at Gettysburg, making this a national cemetery. That's why Lincoln is there. But there's something beyond that. It's not just the ceremony and the monuments or the speeches. The land is sacred because of the sacrifices, what the men who fought there did. So Lincoln asked the living to finish their work. And by that, of course, he means to see through to the end of the war and to restore the Union. But he's also pointing to something more when he refers to the great task remaining before us. The living has an obligation. If we're going to truly honor the dead at Gettysburg, we have to create a future that is somehow different, somehow more in tune with the ideals of the Declaration of Independence. So the aim to which the living must be resolved is, in Lincoln's words, this new birth of freedom. And that's how we honor those dead, and that is how we ensure their deaths were not in vain. So the question is, what is this freedom? What is freedom generally? How would the nation be different with a new birth of freedom? And hopefully we'll have a discussion about this third paragraph, and it will become increasingly more meaningful. Thank you.